morning to you. It must be 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time somewhere out there because it's time for another edition of Hardison's Tips. I'm your host, Brandon Hardison. Glad to be with you on this beautiful Wednesday, the 25th day of August. The month is winding down quickly. Are you going to reach your goals and dreams? As you're getting dressed this morning, what is your plan? Stay focused on your plan. Let's go to work with something to do with the structure instead of just showing up. We do this for all of our brothers and sisters that are in key account, major account, up and down the street, in home sales, regular retail, and automotive sales. So let's get to the tip for today. It's just a second part of what we were talking about yesterday in managing virtual selling for this year and in the future. So, continuing on, maybe changing prices. Many companies cut their prices in 2020 to stay afloat during the pandemic. However, this can lead to even more losses for your company. While this may seem like a good idea at first, it can cause more losses to your company than you would like. Avoid using last man strategy, as this can lead to your salespeople throwing discounts at potential buyers that they don't need to do. I suggest taking a more creative approach with payment terms, contracts, or service offerings in order to maintain used data and matrix. We want to keep up to what they're doing in the field. So we need to ensure that every sales team keeps track of your company's activity in customer engagement, whether it's meeting, social media instructions, and even the sale itself. Same thing with virtual operations. Selling, learning, educational events don't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. So it should be a good way to track the individuals, get this data, get these metrics on how your company performs virtually. And once we have this, we can use virtual tools to keep up with the sales team. Aside from using video conferencing tools, have other virtual applications to communicate with your team. This is very vital. This can include managing tasks, providing training, creating projects, and so much more. Now, there's a few things that come to the top based on the companies that I have researched. Google Drive comes out on top. Then there's Slack, Basecamp, Trello, and even Zendesk. These remote tools allow your company to stay updated and organized while in person meetings are not possible. Also, we need to think of providing materials to customers before a virtual presentation. While this may be something you or your salespeople already do, but by providing your prospective customers with information for them to review before a meeting is very vital. This can be a time saver and allow the customer to have already designed questions prepared to ask you about your product service. See, this technology can also be unpredictable. If the connection is terrible, we need to provide materials ahead of time so we can ensure that the customers still have the information that they need about what you're selling. So, remote work will only grow as we move through this pandemic, which means that virtual selling for the sales industry will be necessary for success. But knowing how to manage virtual selling for your business can boost revenue and strengthen customer relationships. Social selling should also include having more in depth conversations with customers. Unlike traditional selling, social selling has this intention to produce long lasting relationships with your customers. Social selling can also be especially beneficial during the pandemic, given the current social distancing guidelines that each government in each state, based on the CDC, we all have challenges because the pieces move so many places at any given time. Once again, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, with the Hardison's tip for today on this beautiful Wednesday, the 25th of August. As always, in parting, you go out and you make it a champion day.